We can start with our second part of this chapter, chapter number 8, the arithmetic line graphs or time series graph of your class 11 statistics. On this topic, we can continue the numerical part of this chapter. Let's take assume that one variable graph. Now one variable graph are those graphs in which the value of only one variable are shown, and with respect to some time period the graphical presentation of the production of a factory between the months of January and June of a year would be one variable graph. A one variable graph of a particular one factory during these two different months. Let's take example illustration. The following table shows the factory between the January and June. Now here in January month the production of quantity of quintals in 5 quintals, in February 7.5, March 5, April 10, May 12.5 and June 15. Different quintals are produced in different months. Now take the following step. Indicate the time period in terms of money on x-axis. Here you can see that on x-axis we are assuming a different time period of January, February, March, April, May and June month. Whereas the second one, mark the different points on graph indicating the value of production, whatever the values of production corresponding to different month. Over here in a y-axis you can see 0 to 5, 5 to 10 and then 15. A proper class interval would be divided of a one variable type of method. Join these all points to get a graph showing the behavior of production over a time. Now as we have seen in that table also, started from 5 it goes to 7.5, then 5 again on different month of March month, then in April 10, then May 12.50, 12.5 and lastly 15. By joining these all lines we have a proper graphical presentation. Now we can also use the false line in another type of method. For example, here the first type of method which indicates 2013, 2014 to 2017 and 2018 different year production or exports in crore is given over here. 2013 to 14 600 and so on, which is not in a proper proportion of class interval. For creating the graph, some key points we have to write. The presentation of these data involves the construction of false line, as we are using false line over here. Why? Because of difference between the minimum export and 0 is a very large in number. Now various values of export show large difference. Data are presented in a graph with false baseline as under. Firstly we have to write the heading export from India year and then representing a terminology that is written already or the information is given already in the question in terms of crore. Just x-axis and y-axis we have to create, x-axis and y-axis. Both axes we have created. On x-axis number of year and y-axis number of exports whatever done we have. But to calculate from O point directly to 100 is taken as assumed as false line. So in this line you have seen directly from 0 to 500 we have assumed a class interval by creating the false line over here. We are not taking 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, because these parts are useless for a graph creating. We are having uh, statistical data from above 500, so we have to just jump over here, and after that we could balance the proper class interval by 500. 100 gaps would be there, 500, 600, 700 and 800 and so on. And like this we have created this table. Let's see another method of class in representing the graphical values, that is two or more than two variable graph. In this, the following table is given as a particular data on the production and sales in the factory, production as well as sales. Both the values are given in this following table. You can see month, different month is given, and then production and sales are given over here. Now in this, the both two way of data representing on that we have created on the same graph line. How? Just we have to write some points why the things would be happen like that, and then we just simply have to write the heading, the monthly production and sales of a factory, which is there in thousand in rupees, assuming over here. Then on the same following table we have created both the production as well as sales value. Over here y-axis and x-axis, both the axis we have created. On x-axis month is given, and y-axis the periodic time of production as well as sales are represented. Here we have used two different color pans for denoting each and every time period graph. Here by that a simple line for production and dotted line or just some gap dotted line for sales we have represented on this. Same as we can create a different time series period also. So these were the three methods. Another things on that, general rules for construction or diagrams of a graph and graph. We have seen three methods: one-way method, two-way method, and just double lined on this earlier. Now general rules for constructing diagrams and graphs included the proper size of that particular graph is very important. Proper heading should be very important on that. After that, we have to use proper scale before making a diagram or a graph. Use sign and colors, different signs or colors to create the dotted lines or representing the diagrams classifications. These signs and colors must be very clarified and just noted down on the graph at the right hand side corner. Less use of words or figures are very important in a graph, as the graph would be simple and easy to understand if less words are used over there. Drawing the border of the graph is very important, or diagram must be bordered with the bold lines to make them very attractive. It looks very nice. Simplicity of the principal feature of diagrams or graphs have been noted down. These should not look to be complex and very offending. From left hand side to right hand side, bottom or to top, it could be created properly. Statement of following data is also very constitute on the basis of diagrams and graphs should be very clearly stated, and any of the graph or diagram must be very attractive and effectively for this. What are the merits of these types of diagrammatic or graphical type of presentation? It's simple and very understandable to informative and lasting impact. It creates direct lasting impact on that particular graph while creating a graph. No need of training or specialized knowledge while creating this graph. A simple person, a simple higher secondary student can do this graphical representation. No need to have a special training on that. It must be attractive and effective in means of presentation. A quick comparative glance would be there. Informative and entertaining, a graph should be represented, and location of averages. Whatever the averages we have taken while creating the graph, we have to mention it very properly, like mode, mean, median, mode, etc. Study of correlation is the another new thing in graphical presentation of data. Corresponding to different variables helps identify correlation between the variables. For example, if time series or data on income and expenditure are plotted on the same graph, one is very likely to observe a very high degree of positive correlation between the two variables. Higher level of income is very likely to be associated with higher level of consumption and vice versa. Whereas some of the limitations are also there while creating a graphical presentation of data, that is limited in use. Only a limited set of data can be presented in this form of diagrammatic or a graphical representation. Not more or large number of data can be represented. We can misuse this data, may be misused for false projection of statistical facts, especially in the case of advertisement. Only preliminary conclusions, it may be not be able or always easy to arrive at a final conclusion after seeing this graphical presentation of data. So these were some of the limitations of diagrammatic and graphical presentation of data. We could continue this chapter as a book exercise. Thank you.